I mean, that's what Hush means, right? Anyway, Hush. Recently released on video on demand, I believe that this movie became pretty popular pretty quick on Netflix. So I had to see it myself as well, right? I mean, it's directed by the same guy that brought us the somewhat surprise hit Oculus. And, well, I still haven't seen that one, but it's supposed to be pretty good. As well as this one. I mean, 100% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, no problem. So, wow, well, let's see. Of course, it's another Blumhouse production, and well, they sure know how to turn small budget horror movies into huge box office hits. And this one was apparently produced for $70,000, that's really cheap. Anyway, we follow this woman, Maddie, played by co-writer / wife of the director, Katie Siegel. We've been seeing a lot of that lately, in Rob Zombie's movies, and even more recently in Laid to Rest. Small difference though, Katie here, she's actually a pretty decent actress. So yeah, she plays the role of a writer, but uh-oh, she's deaf. She lives alone in this big isolated house in the middle of nowhere. And well, wouldn't that just be the perfect circumstances for a home invasion? Uh-oh, it's a home invasion movie. Okay, let me be clear here. I myself, I'm not the biggest fan of home invasion movies. And it's not that I don't like the concept, it's just like, oh, it's been done over and over and over again, even in just the recent years. And now it's come to a point where, if I watch a movie and I see like, oh, it's a home invasion movie, then I feel like I've already seen it. Let's put it this way, I feel like I'm not gonna be surprised anymore by just the mere concept of a home invasion. So, what's up, Hush? Well, with Hush, the big twist to the whole home invasion concept is, of course, the fact that Maddie is deaf. The man who's doing the whole, the whole home invasion, he soon realizes that she is deaf, and, well, he decides to kinda use this to his advantage. To have a little fun with her. And I was like, okay, I get it. The whole her being deaf, it does give a somewhat new dimension to the whole home invasion deal. But still, I don't know, I was still kinda hoping, maybe even expecting, that in the end there would be even more to this movie. Given all the hype. Spoiler alert. There really isn't. It's still just pretty much a traditionally straightforward home invasion movie. And that's okay, nothing wrong with that. Little generic perhaps, but then again, people are also still making and watching and enjoying generic horror comedies. Boy Scout to the zombie apocalypse.
Are you okay?
Oh yes, thank you. It's just a shame that, I feel like they missed an opportunity to make this movie a little unique by not using the deafness element a little more. I mean, it plays a role, obviously. Like early on, after the guy kills another victim, Maddie, she doesn't notice anything. I wonder if you'd really not notice this, though. I mean, I'm not deaf, obviously, but I was like, really? Anyway, this is when the killer's like, this is gonna be fun. But still, the movie mostly just limits itself to situations like this. Wouldn't it be cool if the whole movie, or, well, let's say at least the scenes from Maddie's perspective, if they were, I don't know, completely silent? I mean, that would be a very bold move on the part of the filmmakers, and, maybe it wouldn't work at all. But at least something like that would make this movie stand out, Because now, in all honesty, it felt pretty generic. Not saying that I didn't like it, or that, that it wasn't well made. I just feel like this movie didn't really bring anything new to the table, something that would potentially blow me away. It's, in my opinion, just a little forgettable. But hey, come on guys, I don't want to hate too much on a 100% freshly rated movie. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that it did do right, in my opinion. Because, like I said, it is pretty well made. Not sure exactly if I did already say that, but I did now. There's only a handful of characters, 2 of which make up almost the whole movie, so it was nice to see that both their performances were pretty good, in my opinion. With the no motive, no backstory, crazy killer guy, I initially was like, dude, come on. Especially with this lame mask that he was wearing. But I actually ended up, well, liking probably isn't the right word. I mean, I guess you're not supposed to like him, but I actually kinda did. And the movie itself, it looks nice. It's pretty dark, as in opposite of light. The movie is set during the night, and some 20 minutes into the movie, all the power is cut. So the whole movie is just dark.
Not the biggest fan of that, but I guess it's somewhat added to the dreadful atmosphere. And I have to say, mostly in the beginning, the tension, like the tension suspense, it did work pretty well. Later in the movie I had some problems with the writing. There were some lazy, lame cop-outs to some of the more interesting scenes. That was definitely a bit of a shame. I mean, sure, I don't know how I would act in some of the situations presented in this movie, but at times I felt like, dude, come on. So yeah, I did definitely try to suspend some of my disbelief, in order to enjoy this movie as much as possible.
I don't know, guys. I really tried my best to write 1.5 page, Cambria size 12, standard line spacing, to fill 6-ish minutes of video. But I really don't know what else I can say about this one. Maybe I was just expecting a little too much, and I got a lot of comments, like people saying like, oh, check it out. Like, people seemed pretty hyped. And yeah, it was okay. I liked it, as in, I enjoyed it. It's just, for me, it was nothing really out of the ordinary. And if you're okay with that, I say check it out. And like I said, really, that's all I can say about this one. But hey, feel free to let me know in the comments, like, why I'm way off about this one. Or, just in general, let me know whether or not you liked it or you didn't that much. I'm curious. And then I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.